Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. I am an Elohim Earth Angel. Thank you for coming and spending this quality time with me. I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about a few topics. One of them is the massive awakening that is happening on the planet. If you identify with being an Earth Angel, a star seed, you have already been awoken by the divine. You know that you are here on a spiritual mission and that you chose to be here. You lowered your frequency. You came in through the veil of amnesia, and you're here either to break generational curses or to come into divine union. It could be multiple missions at the same time. One of the things that I want to talk about is a lot of earth angels, and I'm just not gonna use earth angels as a point of reference. I think in general, anybody that practices dark magic on the planet, anybody that entertains witchery or sorcery or anything like that against another soul is breaking one of the 12 universal laws that there is in place. The reason for the laws is to keep us all in order. There is a celestial order to all things, and the divine is more than aware of what happens here on the planet. Everything. The divine does not miss anything. He says, would you not lift up a rock and see me or find me there? So therefore, the breath of life is the divine. So therefore, the divine is within you, as the kingdom of heaven is within you. But I have come to the conclusion that a lot of earth angels and a lot of people target earth angels on an energetic level. We are a quantum field. And what happens is that they'll either target your kids, they'll target your family, they'll target your job, they'll target your finances, anything and everything that can possibly keep you in a low vibrational state of existence so that you don't fulfill your mission. Because as long as you are in lack, as long as you're in a fear mentality based, as long as you are not operating from your heart space and your high vibrational frequency of unconditional love, they are siphoning your energy, they are controlling you, and therefore they have you in this state. In that state, you do not manifest the kingdom of heaven within, because in heaven there is no such thing. There is no, God did not give us a spirit of fear, a spirit of lack, any of those things. The divine didn't give us those. I know that there's a lot of ritualistic abuse happening. The divine is more than aware of these things. And I am going to give you guys the best advice that I can give. Somebody attacks you energetically and you feel that they are somehow energetically causing friction in your home, causing friction at your work. You see this negative energy that you're not understanding where it's coming from. People are manipulating energy. And let me tell you something about energy. What you put out is what you get back. It's a universal law. The thing is this, that a lot of people are using the return to sender aspect. And let me tell you what happens with that. You are entangling yourself energetically with the person that is taking the liberty to target you and to send this out to you, as opposed to trusting the divine, continuing on your mission, continuing to raise your frequency, continuing to know that you are divinely loved, divinely protected, divinely provided for. Okay, you will stop and you will say, well, I return to sender to whomever is doing this to me. What happens is that you also cause a cord, an energetic cord between you and the person that is doing it. The divine that's why he says that the vengeance are his. He is the one that avenges you. Why? Because he's the one that can only see the depths to what is being done. He is the only sovereign judge. He is the only one. When we say that we are good, good is God. Good is the divine. because we can never amount to being good. We have flaws. We think things that the divine would never think. We behave in ways that the divine would never behave. So we are grace on 2 feet. What I am telling you is, do not do return to senders. Do not do this. The divine tells you, if they slap you on one side, turn your cheek and let them slap you on the other. There is a reason for that. Because when you act from a place of unconditional love and you do not return to sender, you are giving full authority to the divine to take place and for him to avenge you. When you return to sender and you cause that energetic cord, you need to understand that the person that sends it out to you, that negative energy is not going to land on you. Yes, it'll cause discomfort. Okay, temporary discomfort. But it will be removed. You are divinely protected. You are divinely provided for. The divine sees all injustices. Nothing gets past it. But you need to understand, protect your energy. How do you protect your energy? Walk away. Somebody starts an argument with you, it starts with the choice. The choice to engage. It takes 2 energies to come into one accord to cause a friction of arguing. The ego will tell you that by walking away, oh, you're not being respected. No, you're actually respecting yourself even further. Your silence will sit within that person's mind and say, well, why didn't they act this way? Or why didn't they act that way? Why didn't they retaliate? Do not retaliate. Walk away. Save your energy for you and for you to pour out onto the planet to those that need it. Those that are going to value you and see you for your worth. The divine already told you your worth because you're divinely crafted. You always were. You are made out of pure love. And you need to see that. And the moment that you start to love yourself and resonate from your heart space, you're going to start to see shifts and things happening. But you need to move out of the way so that the divine could step forward and defend you. And trust me, there are celestial courts that step in. There is an unseen realm that you do not see. That's why he says, if you have eyes to see and if you have ears to hear. I'm clairvoyant. I'm clairaudient. I'm clairsentient. And trust me when I tell you, I see far beyond what you can possibly imagine. There are things happening on this planet. There's ritual abuse happening with earth angels. Let me tell you something. God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. People do not understand what they are causing. They are causing an enormous amount of karma on their lineage by coming and attacking a spiritual being that is here on an assignment. I highly recommend that you guys do not do return to senders. That it hurts. That you don't deserve it. Absolutely. You are validated. It is not right. It is not okay. It is not welcoming by any means of the imagination. There are 12 universal laws to be followed. And a lot of people are bypassing these universal laws with the art of disclosure. What they're doing is that they're semi-disclosing something to you. You look like in the movies, they disclose that you're going to go watch a scary movie. And you went ahead and you spent $20 on watching a movie that's going to lower your vibration into a state of fear. But you consented to it. So everything is consensual and they are semi-disclosing it. And you are accepting it. Spiritual amnesia, you're consenting to being put into this state. You're consenting to be put in states of fear. When the news pops up and you're watching it, They're only feeding you half the story, but you're believing it. They'll turn around and say that there's an alien invasion tomorrow, and you'll freak out about it, as opposed to saying, why am I freaking out? Do I have enough? I have supplies and stuff for my family, my loved ones, and I am divinely protected and divinely loved. And just use, your discernment. Move out of the way. But don't go into a huff, because they feed off of your energy. There are energies that vibrate high that are here to help raise the planet's frequency. And then there are those that don't want us here, because they want to keep the rhythm of keeping people in a state of controlled consciousness. They want to keep that going. And to keep that going, they have to feed the narrative. They have to feed the lie. They have to feed the illusion. And people walk into the illusion willingly, without paying attention. That's why he says, my people perish for lack of wisdom. Absolutely. You stop there and you don't look any further. Why am I here? Why am I on this planet? Why is there so much suffering? Why do people suffer so much? What's going on? Nobody asks the questions. We just submit, like we're following the train, and nobody stops to ask questions. Well, guess what? I ask questions. I want to know. I refuse to see humanity in a state of existence where you're being controlled like a computer, because your brain is a computer. You program everything in there. Addresses, birthdays, your name, everything is in your mind. So therefore, if they control your mind, they control your energetic field, they control your frequency. But you are consenting to be programmed. And if you identify with being a starseed, and if you identify with being an earth angel, you have to unprogram the program. You have to start walking in your celestial authority. You have to walk in your divine authority. You already know who you are. You already know what you're here for. And if you haven't fully discovered it, the divine is going to provide it as soon as you raise your frequency. And yes, there are targets that are put on your back. The moment you're awakened, the moment your light goes off, they say, oh, this one awoke. And there come all the handlers, all the 15 minions and parasitic people that want to siphon off of your energy, because they need your energy in order to manifest. Because without it, they can't. But that's the higher you raise your frequency, the higher you go, the less they can attach. So I'm here to tell you, I am fully aware that there's ritualistic abuse. I know that there's people that operate in the dark and that they thrive on this thing. But I'm telling you that justice is at foot. The divine is going to handle it. He's stepping in full throttle, and he is the only one that hands out judgment. We are not here to judge. We are here to lead. We are here to lead the way. A new era, a new form of existence on the planet. That's enough for everyone. For everyone to have and not to be controlled by a system. But we all have to stand together. And yes, find the strength. That it hurt, okay, they attacked your children and your children stopped talking to you, and when it wasn't your children, it was your parents, your caregivers were less than present. All of those things I'm aware. But everything that was done for your bad, the divine will use it for your good. Because that will awaken you to loving yourself unconditionally the way the divine loves you. To have humility in your heart and understand that those people are unawakened. That's why he says, forgive them, for they not know what they do. Does that mean be a doormat? Absolutely not. It means protect your frequency at all times. That is your life force. If somebody comes with a bad intention and you feel it in your spirit, move away. Move away. Your power is your life force. Your power is your absence of exchanging frequencies or energies with any of these parasites. You are divinely crafted. You are so loved by the divine. Remember the spark within you. Remember the power that you hold. It's greater than you can comprehend. So step forward, release the fear, unprogram yourself. Start walking in your celestial authority. Stop consenting to the parasites. You cannot be in heaven and be walking in a hell mindset. They're just never going to merge. So I'm telling you, if you have been wrongfully attacked, if there's been a ritual abuse, if there's been a destiny swapping going on, because that's another topic. If there's been destiny swapping going on, the way to get your destiny back is to call it in. Call back what is divinely yours. Call back your divine inheritance. Call back your destiny. Call back your power. But all of that comes through unconditional love and asking the divine to step forward. Call down the celestial beings, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel. Call them down. Ask them for their assistance. Ask your guardian angel for their assistance. They are there. Whether you could see them or not, I promise you that they are there. They are there to help you, and the divine will restore everything that has been taken from you tenfold. But your behavior and your actions are what's going to get you there. So if you retaliate against somebody that attacks you, you are just as guilty, maybe a little less, but you're just as guilty because you're operating from that same frequency of hate. So step away. There's no bigger battle than when your father and your divine mother step in to fight for you. I promise you, because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen how the divine has moved mountains for people that have stood in my way. People that wanted to crush me under the belt. And he stood and said, not this one. She's mine and I'm hers. So I promise you that I've seen this firsthand. Step forward in unconditional love. Drop the fear. Drop the grudge. All of those things are rooted and seeds that are gonna tarnish your spirit because they're heavy and you're going somewhere that you don't need to carry it. I promise you that everything's been seen. So I hope this message reaches you. I hope that you feel some kind of comfort, that you're not alone in this, and that you've been seen and you've been validated. I am here to tell you I understand, because I've been there. I love you. I'm sending you tons of love from my heart space to yours. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'm going to come on here and start posting every now and again. I don't do it as often as I should. Sometimes I have other assignments as well. Okay. So as I see the messages and I feel that I need to put them out, I most definitely will. But I'm here to support you 100%. 100%. If you know that you're an earth angel and a star seed, I want to thank you so very much for your presence. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for your commitment to the divine. Thank you for helping be heaven on earth and bringing it and taking on what you've taken on. A lot of people would have broken by now. Trust me, I get it. I absolutely get it. And other people will listen to this message and think that we're off our rocker, but he says, lean not on your own understanding, and a lot of people lean on their own understanding and don't understand how great and magnificent God is. The divine is far more than you could possibly comprehend. And if you want to go into the depth, go biblical, and it says, careful who you treat. that you may be treating an angel in human form. You don't even know it. So sending you much love, and I hope this message helps in any way that it can. Thank you for your time. Till next time.